Only nigga on these deep hip-hop joints, look. Y'all know the guy here to handle shit. For a few years, I've been having candles lit, tattooed tears. For all these beats, I've been handling these niggas' fears. Come from the bars, I be dismantling. They in the hole, be channeling. They call it fly, this standard shit. Yeah. Yo, every move be divine. I added the God.
Everybody, again, I appreciate y'all for joining us on the live. Everybody that's viewing, whether you're viewing from Sean Gawd's page or my page, this is going live with BudTawk, the interview segment of the smokiest podcast in the Midwest, man. So I appreciate y'all joining in. My special guest today is Sean Gawd from Houston, Texas. Shout out Texas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Houston for sure. But yeah, bro, tell everybody who you are, what you do in your craft, bro.
Man, I'm Shun Gawd, man. I'm a artist, streetwear influencer. Man, just a dope individual, a dope human being, man. You know what I'm saying? Dope spirit, man. That's what I gotta say.
Talk that shit. And for sure, bro, I definitely, that's one thing for sure. I definitely have peak, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's definitely the swag. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna definitely give you the swag master praise for sure, for sure.
Appreciate it,
You do your thing, brother. I ain't gonna lie. You do your thing, brother. I ain't gonna lie. You do it well.
Yeah,
you definitely represent it very well. I like what you do with it.
Appreciate
and I got
a
couple, no, for real, bro, for real. I give you know, I give people their flowers when it's definitely respected for sure. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really get a lot of guys, and I'm gonna pause on it, but you don't get a lot of the fellas that really know how to do their thing when it comes to the swag. For real. I feel like everybody just kind of throw some shit on just because of the name or this or that without really having kind of the persona to really carry it the right way. You feel me? So you do your thing, fam. You do your thing. And your music goes with your character too. So we gonna get into that, bro. But yeah, again, so like tell everybody, that's kind of like my first question though, for real, bro. It's like, who is Sean Gawd, and like how did you get your start, bro?
Yeah, man, Shun Gawd, like I said, artist, influencer, just a dope individual, man. How I get my start, man, with the music or the streetwear or everything?
Music. We can kind of like, and then we're gonna kind of gradually get along, but let's go with the music first.
Okay, so the music, man, so I've always been into music, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up in the era of you know, mixtape Wayne and shit like that, and you know, the inception of Kendrick and Cole and Drake, you know, type shit. So I always been like a music head, and I always been in like older shit too. Been in all in the Hove discography, Nas discography, you know, digging in the Common shit. I always been like a music nerd. So I've been in the music from since I was little. I didn't start making music though until what that was my junior year of college. Okay. And really all of my homies was making music at the time, but and they was just doing it just for the fun of it, and I was really just watching them do it at first, but then they ended up convincing me to get on the track. And you know, shit, that one track turned into 2 tracks, turned into 3 tracks, turned into my first EP, and then shit, I've just been doing it ever since, bro.
So like, you kind of like, the homies really kind of influenced you to get into the music for real. So like, where did you kind of get like your musical influence, in the sense like your flow and like your delivery and stuff like that? Because I hear you got a bit of a mixture in you, and I kind of want you to kind of, you know, break that down for us too, because I'm into music real heavy, bro. So like, I don't want to jump the gun, but I would rather you kind of say like, you definitely got a good mixture of like a flow and creativity to your flow and to your rhyme and shit, bro. So kind of talk about that.
Hey, appreciate that, bro. For real.
Yeah, for real. Thanks, bro. You do your shit.
But man, I feel like a lot of my inspiration from like my flow and shit, man. Yeah. Cause some of my biggest influences are gonna be for sure Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Currency in there.
On your wall in one of your videos. So
yeah. Oh, for sure up there. Currency is one of my biggest influences. Of course, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake as well too. Rapping Drake. I feel like when Drake on his rapping shit, he really like braggadocious Hove. You know, He's been winning for so long, but yeah, them like my top influences, man. So I would say those are the people who really influence my flows. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, just from rapping they shit, you know what I'm saying, I really learned how to craft my own. You know what I'm saying?
So like, let's talk about like your first, like your start in music. Like you said, you was with the homies in college and stuff. Around what time was that? Was you in college doing music with the homies and stuff like that?
This was late 2014, early 2015.
Okay. And then like, how was the grind for y'all around that time? And I know you like getting into the music scene and stuff like that. It was a little different around then too. So kind of talk about that and being in Texas and, you know, getting your music off the ground.
Man, so initially, man, I was in college, so I was actually in a small town in East Texas called Nacogdoches.
Okay.
So that's where I was. That's where I really just started cooking. You know what I'm saying? Cooking shit up. But it was for sure a different time. It was more like blog focused. You know what I'm saying? But my initial thing was I had got like a little buzz around the school. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I was, you know, me and my dudes, we was them guys on campus. So you know what I'm saying? So it was like once I started doing the music, a lot of people started gravitating to it, and then like one of my first big tracks was Nikes on My Feet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody who's ever known me since I was pretty much born known that Shun is the sneaker guy. Yeah. So off the bat, it was just authenticity. You know what I'm saying? People just started to gravitate towards it and shit like that. And from there, you know, at school, I was still making a little buzz in the city. Say Cheese TV started fucking with me a little bit.
Shout out to Say Cheese.
Yeah, Say Cheese. And that's when, that's kind of how I started to get it off the ground, man. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, it was just being consistent, man, and trying to find a team and trying to find my own lane and shit like that, bro.
Yeah. And I kind of saw you did a freestyle to Shook Ones, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a bunch of guys in the background and stuff. You definitely talked your shit. So like, let's talk about that. That's around that same time too, like 2017, 18, right?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. So like, talk about that and like kind of transcended into that and getting into the freestyle world. Cause like I said, you definitely got a bag when you rap. So like, talk about that, bro, and talk about, you know, expressing yourself.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I was just looking at that shit last night, bro. I was just looking at that shit last night. But yeah, those freestyles, I started to get into that shit, like those ciphers, because it was big around that time. You know, different colleges was having their different ciphers. You know what I'm saying? And really, that was on like the tail end of the wave. So that was like right around I started rapping. I think that was like 2016. Because I graduated in 2016, and I think that was that Shook Ones joint was the last one that I did. But yeah, I started to get into those because, you know, if SFA was doing a cipher, you know, I'm making music. You know what I'm saying? Was winning best all around artist awards. Like I had to come do my thing in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's exactly what I came like. And it's funny, man. I remember putting that verse down like. I made some niggas change their verses for real. I made a couple niggas go back and rewrite some shit.
And like being in music, like being a rapper, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like, for me, I play sports. Like I play basketball majority of my life and shit. Like, so like, you know how it is competitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker make you do something different. That just means like, you know, you either you work hard at your craft, you take what you do serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you really pay attention to what's going on. Like, it's not even just about, you know what I'm saying, trying to sound like something. It's really about like your delivery. And that's really for me, like what you do for me, I ain't gonna lie, it's like your delivery. I like kind of like you got like a smooth but aggressive approach to your rhymes. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like, it's like you kind of warming us up and then you kind of like hitting us at the end. And it's kind of like bringing us back to the fact that like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can really be the smooth, like battle rap type of rapper, like for real, like into see that freestyle was kind of dope because it was like I didn't expect that from you. I was like, damn, like because I started listening to some of your most recent stuff a little bit first, and then when I saw that Shook Ones, I was like, damn, bro, like got that shit for real. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So kudos to you. No bullshit. So
you know that actually kind of comes from because around that time too, you know, it's so easy to rap like that. And I feel like now the space that I'm in is more so like, let's make some music. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some music. So it's kind of like a different headspace now, even though I can still tap into that whenever, you know what I'm saying, need to.
So talk about picking your flow. Like how did you manage just to be like, you know, I'm gonna be a lyricist. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really like, do you call yourself a lyricist?
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely say I'm a lyricist, man. Definitely. And that really just comes with my influences. So you know what I'm saying? Hove, like I'm listening to Jay-Z, like top to bottom, discography, just going through it. You know what I'm saying? Cole, Kendrick, Wayne.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's just like, so the lyrics, the bars, and the authenticity are the things that gravitated me towards them. So it's like, it's when I'm making the music, those are the things that it's like, that's what's hard to me.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to exude in my own music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How important is that to you though, to make sure that you put that realness in your music like that?
Nah, that shit is hella important because, you know, with rap, like, of course you got the bulk of the niggas out here capping for sure, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It was built on authenticity, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what really connects, you know what I'm saying? That's what's really, because for me, it's about really like, man, I don't really give a fuck about the numbers. It's really just about growing a following and growing, you know what I'm saying, supporters around the music type shit. And then, but it's about doing it for life though. So if you connecting with somebody on some authentic shit, it's like you got to support it for life type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
No bullshit.
look at it.
I could definitely agree to that, man. Because definitely, I know, like, doing what I do, you know, a lot of times it's gonna be folks that's gonna be like, well, it's this or that, you know what I'm saying? But it's really up to you, you know what I'm saying? You put out what you like, and people gonna gravitate to that shit. Like, I feel like as long, like you said, as long as it's authentic, you being real, you know what I'm saying, and you speaking on some shit people can relate to. Like, I feel like with me, when it comes to media don't really like relate to people. It's always they just trying to put something out to get attention. And I feel like, why just do that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like give people the real. I feel people respect you more for giving it to them dry and cut like that in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I kind of like allow shit to kind of humble myself in the same way too, because it's like, you know, it's good to kind of hear that criticism on the flip side, because then it allows you to challenge yourself. You know what I'm saying? How far are you gonna push yourself? You know what I'm saying? But like, let's get into creating Nikes on your feet. Like, get into creating that, and what went through the influence of that. And clearly the sneakers was, and I know you had a couple bars in there too. I'm gonna talk about a little bit later. But talk about the creating that video and what that meant to you creating that video.
Man, that shit meant everything, because that was just like, like I said, like anybody who know, you know what I'm saying, know me, you know what I'm saying, they know like Marshawn is the sneaker guy. Like, you know what I'm saying, sneaker is that, I've always had that influence over my peers, no matter, and I've stayed a few different places, states, you know what I'm saying, cities, parts of town. That's just who I've been. So it was, man, that was my first like
You had some
legit
shit in
visual.
the video. I was like, damn, you got that.
So,
I said, ooh,
yeah.
crispy. And the old ones was crispy. I was like, oh yeah, he got it. He got it. For
bro.
sure. For sure.
So yeah, that was one I had to get off, because it's just like, man, like I knew it was gonna connect with people. You know what I'm saying? I knew that one was gonna connect with people, and I was really listening to my shit, and I was like, man, this all kind of better than Mac Miller's. I ain't gonna front. So I was like, man, I kind of knew that mother was gonna go if it caught the right algorithm. So and that motherfucker did. But the influence from behind that is just, man, my life, bro. That was probably the easiest song I can write so many songs about sneakers, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
I actually got a part 2 coming.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get into that too. We're gonna get into that too. I saw that too, and that was the one that, like I said, kind of drew me to you when you dropped the snippet for that. So like, let's fast forward a little bit. Let's go to about 2020 now, and now you like putting out more consistent music and stuff like that. And I know that you did have some videos and stuff that you shot. I don't know, like you had a couple videos you were like walking around in the park. If I'm not mistaken, it might be on. I'm looking at it now. Hold on. On the Most High, and I know that was like your most recent one. I know that's 22, but some of your tracks were like dropped maybe a little bit before that. You know, had that EP came out. So like, is that Zayla? Like, what?
Which one? Oh, Salah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So like, my bad. So like, kind of go into like the creation of that video, because I've kind of watched that a couple times today, and it's definitely slick. I like the aesthetics, and you just kind of walking through the park. Like, kind of go through that too.
That's for the Salah joint. That was I think that was the compilation of all of the 3. Because so what we used to do was we used to like fly out to whatever city it was. So for the Most High, it was New York.
Okay.
So we was in, yeah, so
That's
we was
what
in.
it looked like, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we was in New York, and so for the Most High, we had Salah for the intro. We had Champagne as a second track. Let's Move for the third track, and then we had the Update for the fourth track. So we shot visuals for Champagne, the Update, and Let's Move, and then we used different cuts of the different visuals to pull together the Salah video. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth too, bro. Like I said, I watched it a couple of times today, and then just kind of going through like some of your older music and stuff. It's just like I like your aesthetics, bro. I like who shoots your videos. I like it kind of gives me that whole like Currency vibe and feel like, you know how Currency is usually outside with his cars or something. It's a lot of like I don't know if I'm using the right term or phrase, but it's like where it's like still picture and then it's like some motion behind it, like kind of how you were describing and shit.
Yeah.
So like the inspiration, like some of your videos give me that vibe from that too, bro. So then let's go into that too now. Like I'm gonna jump over a little bit, so my bad.
No, you good.
So like with your inspiration, like you mentioned Currency is one of your inspirations in rap. So like how does a Currency influence your style? Because he's more so kind of like I wouldn't like unorthodox a little bit. He's got that kind of slow, and he's got a little chop to it. So like kind of how does that inspire you?
Man, Currency inspires me just by really just staying true to you. You know what I'm saying? Just even and just outside of the music, just knowing his story. You know what I'm saying? See, that's how you niggas really be connecting with artists. Like,
yeah,
I know his story, so I know that he was with No Limit, and then I know that ain't work out, and I know that he was with, you know what I'm saying, Young Money, and then he was just like, man, fuck this shit, I'm gonna do this shit how I want to do it. And you know what I'm saying, he stuck to his guns, and that shit actually worked out. And then it's just like, it's that aspect of it, and then it's the authenticity, like how you said he kind of unorthodox. I always tell people, like, Currency is an acquired taste.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, his music is an acquired taste, and it's just like, for him to just be like, bro, I'm gonna do this shit the way I want to do it, I'm the king of the underground. Yeah, I could possibly give you some radio singles, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we gonna do it the way I want to do it. Like, that's where the inspiration comes from, man. That authenticity of him just being him, no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Staying true, man. Staying tried and true, facts. And I'm definitely a huge Currency stan, man. I'll say I did get on him late. Probably got on him about like 2017, but like to get on him when I did, and like to catch on to the vibe as I did, because like at the time I was kind of going through stuff and figuring out whether, you know, the podcast was even about to be a thing or not, for real. So it was kind of them beginning stages of that, and you know what I'm saying, his music, and then coming along with Larry June. Shout out to Larry June. Shout out to Monroe Flow and them too. You know what I'm saying, like getting to hear those guys talk the way they talk, and you know, keep that realness and authentication to their music and shit like that, bro. And staying grounded, and staying humble too. And that's actually one of the questions I have for you, bro. Like, have you been in situations where you had to be humbled as an artist and had to kind of like take a step back and, you know, realize where you are?
Man, to be honest, man, I like I know of what I can do, but I usually always keep it humble, man. I usually don't do a lot of flexing. You know what I'm saying? I usually don't, in any situation that I'm approaching, really, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to just life, period, like, I don't really just go in it like I just, you know what I'm saying, got shit figured out or nothing like that. I'm always a student. So I don't even think it has ever been a moment where I've had to be humble just because of how I really be approaching shit. You know what I'm saying? It was always from a humble approach from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's real. All right, Sean. So we get into a little break point where now I allow the viewers to kind of either ask me and you or some questions. Probably stop for about a good minute and a half. That's it. And then I'm gonna get into some spotlight questions that I have for you, and then after that.
Everybody, hey, it's your boy Chris, Mr. BudTawk, jumping in with y'all, bringing this ad to y'all from, y'all see it. You know what I'm talking about, Billionaire Hemp Wraps, man. Shout out to them. Lacing the BudTawk podcast with all these assortment of flavors of Billionaire Hemp Wraps, man. I got all kind of stuff over here, man, from cones, regular wraps. I got different flavors, watermelon drip, popping bubble gum, OGK, whatever your flavor is, whatever your style is, man, they got it. I know y'all tired over them old relos, them nasty tastes when you're rolling up and all that kind of stuff like that, man. Deteriorating wraps and all that kind of shit like that. Make sure you touch base with the Billionaire Hemp Wraps. They got you covered. And on top of that, the texture of the wrap is excellent. I ain't gonna lie to you. They don't fall apart. They don't just break down like regular relos and stuff do, man. I appreciate it. Take my word for it. Make sure y'all go get y'all very own Billionaire Hemp Wraps. I'm smoking on banana cream, man. Had to show y'all that these Jones are smoking. Like I said, BudTawk, Billionaire Hemp Wraps. Shout out to the new sponsors, man. Y'all go get these.
On with us. It's definitely been a good conversation. Appreciate you, bro, for keeping it real 100 with us on here. But again, so to all the viewers, if y'all open to asking questions on the live right now, the airways is open. So go ahead and drop some of y'all questions down at the bottom. Apologize to everybody that's been waving and stuff like that on the live. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, drop y'all questions down below. Let's see.
Questions.
So we got a question from Kadrian Yelson. What's your favorite video from Shun and why? My favorite video? I know you just dropped the simulation theory. That's pretty dope. That drive-through short is pretty dope.
Hey,
but I ain't gonna lie, I can't even cap on you, bro. It's probably the Nikes on my feet when the latest one you dropped, the latest snippet for that one you dropped.
Hey.
Because like growing up being inspired sneakerhead myself, and then the fact that you can rap, and then it was like the way you kind of came out on it, it was like it instantly grabbed me. Because at first I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like if I don't fuck with it, I don't fuck with it. I'm gonna swipe. You feel me? Like, but your music caught me, and I like good music. Like I like music from people that can rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can rap. Like, you know what I mean? Like I told the last guest, bro. Like we just had this whole conversation. You feel me? So yeah, that's my favorite video, bro.
Sure.
What's good, Untrendy? What's good, family? So we got another question from Untrendy. What's your favorite hat pin to Shun?
My favorite hat pin? Sheesh. Man, it gotta be the little joints that I usually have like hanging.
Yeah.
I don't got it on my hat right now. But the little that's my homie Ronnie Fitteds. He be having like the little, you know, the hanging pins. They gotta be my favorite shit right now. They gotta be my favorite shit.
Okay, so before somebody else got a question, I'm gonna actually ask you a question myself.
Yeah.
Like as far as like the hat game shit, bro. Like what made you get on the hats and shit?
Man, to be honest, and this was like before I knew it was a whole hat community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even realize it was a whole hat community until I actually started copping hats and shit like that. But a part of me was looking at the whole landscape of the streetwear community, and I was like, yo, niggas ain't really wearing hats like that. Man. You know what I'm saying? And this was probably like a couple years ago, and I was like,
kind of weak.
Yeah. And I was like, a lot of them wasn't wearing hats like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, and if they were, you know what I'm saying, I probably just wasn't following them at the time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say I just brought the hat game to the streetwear community. I'm not saying that at all. But that's one thing I noticed from the people that I was following at the time. Like, damn, they're not really wearing hats like that. And I had started fucking with Hat Club. This was before I got the ambassadorship and shit like that. So I just started buying a bunch of hats, and I was just tagging, you know what I'm saying, tagging people, whoever I was buying the hats from. And then shit, it just grew into what it came today. Hat Club actually, you know, offer me a deal or whatnot. So,
all right, round of applause. Everybody get a homie a round of applause for sure. And that's what we always do too. Let you know, bro. Just like we always, that's like kind of the main go-to of my interviews. What I do, bro, is try to always highlight the more positive sides of people's endeavors and stuff like that. Especially whether you're an artist or a business entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Anybody of the likeness, bro. So anybody out there that has a brand, a likeness, whether you're an influence or anything, man. If you want to interview, this is the segment for you, man, where we here to highlight your positive sides. We ain't here digging, looking for bullshit, you know what I'm saying, like some of the other platforms. But we got one more question. I'm going to get in, like, we going to leave y'all maybe another 30 seconds or so to get maybe 2 more questions in, then we going to jump back into the interview, y'all. But we do got one again from Kadrian Yelson. He said, is Shun Gawd venturing into fashion?
Yeah. Hey, this is my creative director. He's asking loaded questions. That's why
Ah,
and that's what I was
okay,
that's what
okay.
I was gonna tell you about the but I didn't want to cut you off about the he said your favorite music video. He asked you that because he directs all of my music videos.
Okay.
So
But hey, I pay attention. I do my homework too, bro. So you
but
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I feel myself.
that's my creative director, man. He helped me with everything creatively, bro. So we actually got some merch on the way, bro. Some fire shit. So definitely stay tapped in, man. We got merch on the way.
Send me a link, by the
Oh,
way.
for sure. I got you, bro.
For sure.
Got you.
Um, um, anybody else, man? Anybody else? We gonna give you about. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, we got Untrendy one more time. All right, y'all. So he said, "What city has the best hat community to you?"
Shit, Houston.
Okay. Shout out to
Houston.
H.
Hey, you
I
can
ain't gonna lie, y'all
ask Hat
really
Club how
not.
we shut down their events, man. Hat Club done like 4 or 5 pop-ups out here, and all the other cities be like, man, why y'all don't come out here?
Yeah, yeah.
Houston, dog. Houston, we got a crazy hat culture out here, bro.
Okay.
Crazy.
So then, like, tell me too. Did y'all kind of like who started that whole pins thing? Like the whole like pins rocking the pins. Is that like a Houston thing or what?
Nah, I don't think that's a Houston thing. To be honest, that's one thing I started to notice once I jumped in the community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas they put pins on their hat and shit like that. And then once I caught wave of it, I started doing it my own way. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But yeah, I think that may have been something that been in the hat community. I ain't gonna take credit for that one or give it
Okay.
to Houston either.
Okay. All right, y'all. This is our last one. I'm gonna let this last one slide. It's from Atiba, FTBGR. I guess okay. But he said, "What's better, Adidas or Nike?"
That's my homie, man.
For
He's
real? Oh
bullshit.
God.
He know Nike better, man. I ain't finna play with him,
All
man.
right, Nike boys, Nike boys. All right, y'all. So we are closing out the questions. We are going to get this the last little half of this interview going. Again, I appreciate everybody. If you want, man, make sure you cop my merch, BudTawk merch. Everything made to order. Just make sure you hit me directly. We get your size fitted, and I get it sent off to my homie, and he get that sent off to you. Again, I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to also to book an interview, make sure you hit me directly. I have booking listings as well. I have 35-minute slots, hour slots, and also 2 live segment slots too. Y'all can get in. But anything other than that, Sean, you want to give the people a little bit of something before we get started again?
Oh man, we got new music content dropping Sunday. If y'all haven't yet, go grab the first 2 singles from my upcoming EP. First one was Simulation Theory featuring Brittany Rochelle.
Yeah.
Second one was Drive Thru featuring Mick Jenkins, man. So tap in, man. Link in the bio. Go grab all that.
Facts. And again, I appreciate you, bro, for making time. I know you be busy. I'll be seeing you getting to work, so we gonna get right to it though. But all right, so first spotlight question, Sean. So what did it mean growing up having your dad kind of keep you laced up with kicks? I know you mentioned that in your first Nikes on your feet video. And I told you I had a couple questions for them too. So what did that mean to you growing up? And just to kind of reference to that, my dad was kind of the same way. Like, I know sometimes we didn't always get the J's all the time, but when it was, he always kept me with the right shit. So, like, what did that mean to you growing up?
Man, shit. Everything, dog. That shit that shit gave, to be honest with you, that shit gave me my whole aesthetic as a human being today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck I'd be if my dad wasn't supplying me with kicks. Like but nah, that shit meant everything, bro, because just like around, and especially around that time, the sneakers was a little bit more limited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas was actually lining up, and so it was a little bit tougher to get them kicks, man. So that shit meant everything, bro, because he had the plug at the employee store in Memphis, and
Okay.
he would just cop the kicks, and then he would send them to me. So I was able to get him copping the kicks, sending them to me for a half off price. And then I was also saving my lunch money and getting shit that I wanted myself. So I was
Little side hustle
in
on
the game, bro. I was killing.
Facts. Okay. All right. Second spotlight question. So, talk about the message behind your music. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you got a message to get out, and I kind of hear it. I don't know if everybody else does, but kind of talk about that behind your music.
Man, the message behind my shit is really, man, whatever the fuck you want to do, man, or whatever the fuck you got your mind to, you know what I'm saying? That shit is attainable, bro. You just gotta go for it. You know what I'm saying? And just keep pushing and do that authentically, being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Find your passion, find your niche. You know what I'm saying? And go hard at that shit. So that's really what's the overall message I be trying to give through my music, bro.
Facts. I hear it, bro. I hear it for sure. Third one, and then I do got a bonus question if we got time to get that in, but I do got a bonus question at the end. But so third spotlight question. How has time taught you to adapt, but stay grounded to your craft?
Man, shit. And it's crazy you say that. I tell my homies all the time, I say, man, throughout all this bullshit life throw us, I'm like, the motherfucking plan be switching, but the goal has remained the same.
Right.
I tell my homies this shit all the time, but man, it's just about, to be honest, man, you gotta have that belief. You gotta have that supreme belief, you know what I'm saying, in yourself and in your craft. That, you know what I'm saying. What I had a line in one of my songs. What I said, man, I said, I hate feeling like my time ticking, even though my soul knows no time is in existence. I feel I'm stuck between two realms of space. I'm existing more in the spiritual where my mind be drifting. That's why I never feel a rush to pin it. When my niggas ask me where the music at, I be hoarding tracks, acting like I should be moving that. Couple EPs in the stash. Man, I know that shit is crack, but trying to be perfect with my craft always causing me to scrap. And then it's day-to-day life always halting me from rap. I'm putting in more than what I get back. That's bad investments, Jack. You just gotta believe you paid in full once you reach your different path. You know what I'm saying? I really believe in that shit. Like, you know, niggas still be at the point to where, you know what I'm saying, you putting out more than what you're getting back. But it's like, man, hey, you gotta believe you paid in full once you reach your destined path, bro. Stay on that shit.
Right. Talk about that real quick, like the consistency too. How important is that, bro?
Shit, important as fuck, man. Right. And if you ain't got a small team with you, it ain't happening. It ain't happening, man. Shout out to my team with that one, man. Shout out my fucking videographer, photographer, Hugh Picks Photos / produced by Southern. Shout out my creative director, Kadrian Yelson. We pretty much at it every weekend, every other weekend, consistently. There's no egos. There's no, you know what I'm saying? It's just whatever the best idea wins. And, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep pushing forward. So, yeah, man, that consistency is important, bro, but you got to have you a small little team, too.
Real shit. Good support system, y'all. Last highlight question, Shun. Last highlight question. So, how high is the ceiling for Shun Gawd? How high can he go?
Man, there's no ceiling, man.
Right.
There's no ceiling, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And they can take it as far as he want to take it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we in the process of showing, man. So,
keep going, bro. Keep going. Also, too, for everybody on the live, man, my brother just had a recent birthday, so wish the brother a happy birthday for sure, sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But bonus question, Shun. So I got a question for you, bro. I know you're gonna probably like it. So pick your top 3 favorite kicks and why.
Ooh. All right, top 3 favorite for sure off the top. And I tell people this shit, it changes all the time, bro. My shit changes so much, bro. The top 3 favorite, I'm gonna go with the Fear God ones, because that one is one of my tops, because that was a sneaker that gave me that feeling of like when I first seen a fucking, you know what I'm saying, Bread 13 when I was younger, or when I first seen the Yeezy ones, and it was just like, bro, you know what I'm saying, like your heart drop feeling, and it's like I need them, you know what I'm saying. So when I seen Jerry Lorenzo with them motherfuckers on at the courtside game, I was like, bruh, I need them. Now I got 5 pair.
Go crazy. Okay.
But number 2, definitely gonna have to be it's definitely gonna have to be the Black Cement 3s for obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying?
What's the obvious reasons for some that don't know?
Shit, them motherfuckers just go with it. Like, look at that shoe, man. That, to be honest with you, that's arguably the greatest shoe of all time.
You said the Black Cat 3s or the Black Cement 3s?
Black Cement 3s.
Oh, yeah.
It's arguably the greatest shoe of all time. You know what I'm saying? If you look up
blue jeans, black cargos, shorts,
anything. And then My last one is probably I'm gonna have to go with the white and red 13s, man, because
on the reverse ones.
the ones with the white leather upper with the red suede with the black outsole. The OGs, it's an OG colorway.
Okay.
And that's probably a left field one, but that's the sneaker that actually got me like into sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a kid, you know what I'm saying? As a young kid. So I always keep that one up there. It may not be top 3 all the time, but it's for sure like top 5.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, that was it, fam. It was definitely a great conversation. A lot of dope questions. I don't think I'll have any more questions. Anybody else? Again, if you do have a question that you might want to ask that you didn't get to ask, comment it down below. If you didn't get a chance to catch this live right now, in effect, you might have to catch it on the YouTube when it get ready to drop, unfortunately. But again, I appreciate y'all for staying tuned with that, man. Shun, I appreciate you again for making time. If y'all want to shoot everybody kind of your links and stuff one more time before we go get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Y'all can find me on all music streaming platforms. Shun Gawd, SHUNGAWD. Got the first 2 singles from the upcoming EP out. First one was Simulation Theory featuring Brittany Rochelle. Second one was Drive Thru featuring Mick Jenkins. And we got 2 more crazy ones on the way, man. So y'all hit them bio links, man, and stay tuned, man. The Rough Draft 2. We got to push it back a little bit, but it's on the way though.
Okay.
And it's
also,
I had to plug this. It's also available early right now.
Okay.
Via Bandcamp for a Proud to Pay campaign. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually go hear the Rough Draft 2, you know what I'm saying? Exactly how it's gonna be released on the streaming platforms. Link in my bio, Proud to Pay campaign. You know what I'm saying? Go have at it, man, if y'all want it.
All right, bet. Y'all heard it, man. Make sure y'all tap into them bios. Make sure you tap into them links. Again, I appreciate y'all for staying tuned, man. Again, I always have fun doing these interviews. If you want to be a guest on the segment or be a special guest on one of the episodes for the podcast, make sure you DM me directly. I can get you set up with a booking. Again, y'all, this was going live with BudTawk. It's your boy Chris, Mr. BudTawk. Y'all stay tuned for another interview, man. I appreciate y'all.
I keep it 100, condoning, no capping. I let them know we taking this shit to new levels, bro. It hit a little different when you set the levels. Ain't copping no bezels, we stacking up. Say 30% what we bringing in. I say that shit once, I won't say again. My nigga, we on, I'm setting the tone. That's your story long, be good for mental. I light up the spliff and play instrumental. Through these beats, I'm just trying to tempt you to reach all your dreams. You painting your scenes, they don't be too timid.